Mr. Baker, I'm Howard Yoakum, and we're doing this for a class IT 558. If you could explain to the audience why you think the university should be concerned with web accessibility.
Sure. Well, we want to start with something called universal design. We want to include as many people as we can into what we're trying to sell, which is information, which is education. Just as if somebody's selling soap. You know, 8–10% of the population claims that they have some form of disability. You probably want to sell 8–10% more product. So we want to include as many people as we can, especially if the product is education. Why in the world do we do it, other than the fact that it's just the right thing to do? There is a legal issue with ADA Section 508. You want to drill it down, it's Part 1194.22 in web accessibility in particular. And those are a list of guidelines that will tell you what a website will look like or what it can do if it's made properly. The downfall of that is that it doesn't tell you how to do it, unfortunately. But the people were smart enough who made 508 to realize that the technology is going to change and be this ever-evolving goo that's going forward, so to speak. And so the tools that we're going to use to accomplish the things in 508 are going to continually change. So they couldn't really tell us how to do it. We just have to do it, have to figure it out with the tools that we have at the moment. The tools are getting better. The web accessibility tools are getting better, such as Dreamweaver. It's getting more and more compliant, or more and more web accessible friendly. We'll highlight areas that are difficult areas and things like that. So our tools are getting better, and I'm talking, of course, in the WYSIWYG world. If you're a straight coder, then you just straight learn what the alt tags are and so forth. But we should do it, and that's the big answer. Is two answers. It needs to be to satisfy legal issues, and it's just flat out the right thing to do. So
I appreciate that. Right. So in what ways has Southern found to not only find compliance with current disability law, but to actually reach out to the handicapped and the student population as a whole in regard to accessibility?
Well, we have a large number of pages online, and I can't remember the number that are out there exactly, but it's in the hundreds of thousands in particular. I mean, IDS alone has around 550 pages that we maintain, and of course, when you maintain more than one page, something's going to be out of date already. So it's just the way it is. Nevertheless, there are a large number of pages that are compliant and a large number of pages that are not compliant. That's the way it's going to be. We've made effort to try to train everybody who has a web contributing role here at USM to be at least accessible, smart. And we're still working on the people who have been there forever, who have been contributing forever. And we're going to be chasing those people down forever, but we're making an attempt to train everybody, and certainly everybody who's coming on as a contributor, whether student or faculty or staff, they have to be trained in this training program, this very minuscule training program that we've created, and they have to pass it in order to be a contributor. The second part of the question, remind me of that again.
Okay. And how has Southern reached out to the handicapped and the student population as a whole?
Yeah, certainly ODA is the operational end of this accessible reach. Office of Disability Accommodations, headed up by Susie Hebert, does an outstanding job at taking care of the day-to-day operational needs of our students, faculty, and staff. It doesn't just stop at students, it's faculty and staff as well. The IDS, the Institute for Disability Studies, where I work, we're, I guess, more on the strategic end of it. We're trying to train people. We're trying to raise the flag and so forth. And this is what we need to do. We talk often. We're married at the hip. We constantly are talking back and forth and with ideas and having meetings. And so we're in a constant coordination mode for that. So in an effort to meet the requirements of the students, we're always in communication, finding out what the latest methodologies are, what the best tools are that we can use that would help the students out. So there you understand, operational, strategic, that's where we are.
Yes, sir. Speaking of tools, I understand that IDS now has a new captioning tool they're using for multimedia captioning.
We have had the tool for, I think we got it out in 2005. I had a genius coder that was working for me, a grad student was working for me for a while. His name is Mike Johnson. I'll go ahead and use it. Good guy, now working for a DoD contractor in Texas. So he built it for me. We were working together for about a semester and a half or so. And he built it for me. So the reason I say he's gone is because we have no hope of changing it now. Source code's gone, everything's gone. But it's a good product still. But it is available for free, www.usm.edu/IDS/IDS products. Download it for free, watch out for the registration code, get that registration code, use it, it's free. We used to try to sell it for $100. I think we sold 2 copies, we said, nah, forget it, make it free. So, but it is a good product. I guess a great feature of it is you can transcribe using this product, and you can caption using the product. You can also speed up and slow down the media as it's playing. So if you're transcribing it, you slow down the media so it's talking real slow, so you can type, you know, that's the idea. And then as you're captioning that text that you just transcribed, you can speed it up because you can listen faster than you can type. So you can click on, you can caption very fast, 1.5 times the speed of the more normal video. So very useful, great tool, and again it's free, so you can't really beat that. So.
Okay, one other question, sir. The Institute here has quite a bit of different things they do for the students, and one thing is they have a Technology Learning Center. What can you tell us about this Learning Center?
Technology Learning Center is hosted there on the Gulf Coast campus in Long Beach, Mississippi. They have a large number of toys and tools, so to speak, that will enable people with disability, persons with disabilities, to recreate in one form or fashion. They have what's called switches, they have beach wheelchairs, they have accessible canoes, they have all kinds of things that are available. You can go to their site at www.usm.edu/IDS/TLC. Very useful program down there. They have a brand spanking new building. It's beautiful. Go down there and visit them. The director or the coordinator down there is Dr. Sarah Jackson, and I'm sure she'd be very willing to take somebody through their program to show what's going on. Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Baker, and you have a lovely day.